Okay, so what I mean is, okay, so take GJ for example. I love trading GJ. Well, that's actually one of them that I love to trade. So I know that, so let me go over so you can see. Anytime I have a high, which is a key area that has been taken out by a candle, if that high is taken out by the body of the candle, that is what we call a manipulation block. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and mark up my order block. And when I mark up my order block, I automatically know that in order for this to be my entry, that my red candle, the body of the red candle, has to close below this one. Okay, so once it does that, I set that as my entry. Let me pull this back a little bit. No, I'm gonna leave it right there. So I set that as my entry. So my entry would go here on this mean threshold. And so as long as a red candle, which would be this one actually, this big red candle right here, as long as this red candle closes, like the body of the candle closes beneath this one, then I'll set my entry. So my sell limit entry would actually be right here on this mean threshold. So basically when I do that, I know that anytime a swing high is broken by a body of a candle, it's going to manipulate. And once it manipulates, meaning that it's going to trade down, it may go up a little bit more, but it's going to trade down, but it's going to come back up, touch my entry, and go back down. So my entry would actually be, like I said, right here on the mean threshold of this candle, right? And then depending on how the market is, let's see, it may come up and touch it again. So it just depends. So if we get another manipulation, and it all depends on what my 4-hour chart is doing, right? So GJ is obviously selling right now, but it depends on what my 4-hour chart is doing. So if a candle should come around and break down here on this 4-hour chart, is most definitely going to go back up and manipulate again. And in that case, when it does happen, I can just go back to my 15-minute time frame and go in and take me another entry. So if it comes up here again, I could just go and take me another entry. So now this order block, and I changed the color of it, this order block now becomes a breaker block. Why is it a breaker block? Because it just broke structure. It just changed, direction and broke structure. So now, and then your manipulation block is actually here. So let me show you that. That's what this is. Bam. So that's how I mark up my charts. I really don't use indicators at all. I just straight go in, look at the trend. I look at my monthly, see what my monthly is doing first. Then once I have found out what my monthly is doing, that's when I go in. Well, I actually do my markups on my weekly. I go down to my weekly, see what my weekly is doing, which my weekly is selling, and it's going, once it sells, it is going to go back down to this TP right here on the weekly. It may take weeks to get there, but if you trade on the weekly, if you're one of those swing traders, if you trade on a weekly, then you can take this down to this TP. Then from there, I drop down to my 4-hour, and my 4-hour is going to tell me what my 15-minute time frame chart is doing, and if I want to scalp from my 15-minute to my 1-minute. So that's how I personally trade, but I always trade on my manipulation blocks. So I look for key entries like that, or if I find me a fair value gap, I may get in on that. But I always, me personally, I don't set a stop loss until the banks have pulled back. And once they pull back, then that's when I go ahead and enter, like I said before. But yeah, so that will be my entry. So I hope this was helpful so you can see what I was talking about. And yeah, keep on posting the way you post. Shout out to you. Absolutely love it.